What's up? It's Bang, and I'm an artist. Super excited to be here with some of the gang.
What's up? I'm Pro Kid. I'm a music producer here in Northwest Arkansas.
Hello, it's Crystal, singer-songwriter.
Hey, this is Ty, DJ Ty Walker. I'm a DJ here in Northwest Arkansas.
Black music means, I think about like the pulse of the culture. I feel like black music is the driving force behind style, behind, like I said, just wherever the culture moves.
When I think about black music, I think about music, period. I think about the origins of a lot of things. You think about blues, jazz, electronic music, and of course hip hop and R&B. I mean, man, we've just been coming up with so much stuff. So when I think about black music, I just think about music, period.
When I think about black music, I think about feeling powerful, and I think about unity, and I think about how awesome it is that it strains to so many other genres. It's this community.
Yeah.
When I think about black music, I think of like the heartbeat, the storytelling. Black music is so closely tied to the culture and everyday life, and I think greatest storytelling.
Yeah. I like what you said. It's almost like you can't separate black music from music. Like, you know what I mean? It almost feels like, maybe biasly, but like it almost feels like the birthplace of music is with black music. Even when you think about like tribal, you know what I'm saying? People like
Beats,
yeah,
drums.
like
Oh yeah.
all of that's black
We
music.
can.
How do I express my identity through my art? I think particularly like being a songwriter, a lot of my music is autobiographical. So I'm telling stories specifically about the neighborhoods that I grew up in and the experiences that me and my peers have on a day-to-day basis of what it looks like to be, a black person in this context. And so I express my music almost like directly. My art almost directly through my music, but also like through fashion. Like this is a hoodie that I designed, and so are these sweats, and it's all like, people say I'm a brand, and so I feel like that, like I embody expressing just my art through whatever I do.
Well, on the music production side, you don't really have words that you can say. I mean, unless you're like DJ Khaled or something, but you don't have.
We the best!
You don't have any words. So I express myself with the moods. Like it feels like this. I know certain keys translate into certain moods. Like if I'm in a really gloomy mood, it's D sharp minor. If I'm in a more upbeat mood, it's C major. So I know that, and I also help artists with that because they say I feel like this, and then I know where to go with the music. So that's how I express myself, and we try to find a common ground. Me and Bang when we collab. So that's how I do it.
How I express myself is I find that I am also a very emotionally led artist. So I like to make music and write songs that a lot of people can relate to. So I like to write songs that invoke some kind of a feeling or bring you back to a memory, something like that. Like I like to connect people back to some kind of root of their life.
The way I express myself with music, with my art, I like to just walk in a room and take this group and this group who may not necessarily have the same outlook on music and make them enjoy the same thing. So whether that's taking this genre, taking the lyrics from this song and the beat from this song, and putting them together, just breaking whatever rules that there are of like what music should be here and what music should not be there. I get a real kick out of that. So that's how I like to express myself.
That's cool.
Yeah.
When I think about struggles that I've personally had to overcome as an artist, I think a lot about how in Northwest Arkansas as a creative, honestly, any genre, like whether you are a dancer, a rapper, anything, like it seems like we are establishing an ecosystem and like building a community of creatives, whereas you will go to these other areas like a bigger city, insert any city, and it feels like it's already ready made. Like I think here, if you move here as a creative, then you almost have made a declaration to sell the boat. Sell like while you're building the boat. Does that make sense? Like, like drive down the road as you're paving the road. You know what I mean? Because there is no super established music scene here, not a local one. You know what I mean? And so some of the struggles is just like, man, not having a blueprint, figuring it out, and making a venue out of a backyard, because like venues around here don't let rappers come in like that. You know what I mean? Like now we've had success in these realms, but at first it was not common to see us represented in some of these spaces. So those are some of my personal struggles. And my advice would be like, if there is no blueprint, then that's cool because you can make your own. You know what I mean? Like you get to be the first whatever you are. You know what I'm saying? I'm Bang, but you can go be Lil Bang Bang and do your own thing. You know what I mean? Like you can paint where it ain't, basically.
Yeah, and piggybacking off of that, the things I struggle with is just, it kind of feels like you're just navigating through the dark, especially when you're producing music, and with artists, you don't know when the song is going to come out, and you just have to keep going. So if I could give any advice to a creative or someone that wants to be one, is to just keep going. It looks like you have no idea what you're doing or when your next opportunity is or whenever your next situation is going to be, especially here. But you just keep going, keep making music, and I promise it'll work out as long as you're consistent, because that's what's worked for me.
I think some struggles that I face being an artist is I'm a very shy person. It took a lot for me to get out of my shell. So my advice to up-and-coming artists would be like, it's okay to start small. Sometimes we see the grand picture of thing and think we have to do everything overnight. But for me, it was like I started with writing a song, then I started with recording the song. Now I'm performing the song. So it's just take baby steps, decide what you want to do, and then pursue it fully and wholeheartedly, and things will work out.
Are you saying slow motion beats no motion?
Yeah, one of my biggest struggles, just as a DJ, and I'm sure a lot of other DJs out there, y'all know, my Spotify can do that. Why'd I need you? You know, I can just turn on Apple Music. I can put it on shuffle. Like, what's so great about you to where I need you to DJ this event for me? And so yeah, I think just finding self-worth and believing you have self-worth in your art is super important. Don't let anybody try to minimize you, put you in a box. You know, we all have our different talents. Just hone in on that and just do your thing. And like Pro Kid said, just stay consistent, and I think it'll all work out for you.
Not to put you on the spot, but I mean, can you speak to what it was like starting as a DJ and kind of being, you know, overlooked and like, you know, passed up on, and now probably being the hottest DJ that knows the you know what I'm saying? Hey,
He's sprinkling a little bit on there.
Hey, probably being, you know, one of the most in-demand DJs in the area. Like, can you speak to that journey or that process or what that looks like?
Yeah, I appreciate that. Bang's always gonna show love, y'all. He's always gonna show love. But definitely, like being in school. Oh, y'all laughing for real? Bang always gonna show love. Bang actually put me on a lot of my first events up here, because a lot of people, man, they, like I said, they rather just play their phone, or that's all they know. They don't know what it's like to have a DJ. All they know is plugging in the aux cord. So yeah, it was kind of rough, you know, because you know what you're worth, you know what you can do, but they maybe don't. So just, you know, seizing the moment when you do get those opportunities, go out there, show your skill, and just stay consistent, because like they're not gonna believe you if you don't believe you. And so I think that's one of the biggest things I had to leverage, is just you got to stay true to yourself. So yeah.
Cool thing is there's no one size fits all. So if you like something, tell somebody. Word of mouth is still the best way to kind of get things out there. Also, don't just tell somebody, buy something. You know what I'm saying? Like, pay artists, because it's a service that, you know, we provide and we offer and we're proud of, and it's quality. And just like you would pay for anything else, I think, you know, you should pay your local artist, your black artist. If you on social media, share something. Like, you know what I mean? Repost, retweet, like all of that matters nowadays. So just, I guess, engage, you know what I mean? Like, get involved. Yeah, that's how you can support.
I think the best way to support, I guess with regards to music, I'll say buy it on iTunes. When you see the shows, go and purchase some of the merch. They might need that. These artists are paying their bills with music, and it takes a lot of effort. There's a lot of uncertainty, so just financially supporting with the merch and iTunes, I think that would be the best thing that you could do right now.
I think the best way to support an artist, honestly, is to come out, like, support. If there's a show, go to the show if you can get it. If you can't afford to go to the show, watch the YouTube video, share the Twitter post. Right now, we live in a very social media driven society, so it's like as much as you can get that artist in front of different people, that's what's important. Buy things if you can afford it. If you can't, also just find different ways to support them. Like,
Yeah, I feel like I'm kind of stealing everybody's idea, but yeah, I think the biggest thing is like, be there, be out there in the present. Like the amount of shows that I've done, whether I'm helping DJ for somebody or me and Bang have done a show and it's been 2 people. And then, a few more people come and Bang still performs the same. So like these artists go out there and they give everything, no matter if it's 0 people or it's 100,000 people. So like, just show up, be there, and just show your face.
As it pertains to the future of black music in Arkansas, I think we just next up. You know what I'm saying? Like honestly, I think Arkansas has been very influential in just music in general, from blues to jazz to, you know what I'm saying, the list goes on. And I think that we haven't historically gotten a lot of credit or like a lot of acknowledgement for that. But I think now we are kind of rising up and saying like, nah, we need to be in the conversation with everybody else. We got the same talent, the same skills. We put forth the same level of, intentionality with our work. And so I think that's next. I think we're on deck to be the next cool spot, so to speak. Sound crazy, but that's just what I see right now, and I want to be in on that. I want to be a part of that. When people think about Northwest Arkansas, like I want Bang to come up, I want Pro Kids to come up, I want Ty, Crystal, I want our legacy, what we're doing now, to be in people's minds when they think about this area, and it's happening.
Hey, Tom stamp that.
Yeah, save this one.
I think for the future, I think people are starting to see the consistency. We're putting in the work. We're building the infrastructure. I think you'll see that people aren't skipping from Oklahoma and going to St. Louis. They might have to stop in Northwest Arkansas too. And it's led by all the talent that's here. But I'm just starting to see the trust, grow. So I think that the future is just going to be, I guess you could say bright.
I think that Arkansas is just it's becoming such a nice place, a nice, beautiful melting pot. And I mean, just not even specifically Northwest Arkansas. Arkansas has so many different artists interested in so many different genres. So I think that honestly, just based on like the pure talent that we're producing, we are definitely on the radar. And to put it plainly, in the words of one of my favorite bands, Outkast, the South, we got something to say.
Yeah, we do. Man, I don't even want to follow that up. Come on, you do me like that. Just to piggyback off of everybody, I hope, maybe it's this generation, maybe it's the next generation, but hopefully, as a music scene across the whole state, it can be, I don't have to leave here to make it. And that's not to shame anybody who's left or went somewhere to venture out. There's nothing wrong with that. But like, it shouldn't be, I have to leave to make it. And I hope if I can like live to see that, like I will be more than happy. Just to have kids be like, man, like I'm gonna go up to Fayetteville or I'm gonna go up to Bentonville, I'm gonna do something. Not I gotta go to LA, not I gotta go to New York. That'll be a beautiful day. And honestly, just try my best to like just help out where I can and not be those like stereotypical like old heads that's like, oh man, I would have made it if it wasn't for so-and-so keeping me. Yeah. You don't want to be the person that puts a ceiling on anybody. So, and I don't think anybody in this room is that. It's definitely a duty for us to like lead by example and get out the way too. Let people come through the door.
And I guess that's a wrap, guys. Thanks so much for joining me.
Yeah.
Thank you at home for listening. If you got any questions or want to connect with us, you can find me everywhere at BAANG, LR BAANG on all the social medias. You can find him at?
It's the Pro Kid, ITSTHEPROKID.
You can find my boy right here at?
At DJ Ty Walker.
You can find my sis right here at?
I forgot my username.
Peace. All this is that you get back.